Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I am Dana Bookman and I'm the head of marketing and PR for Lorna Jane US. And I'm so excited to be here with these two lovely ladies today for our Inspired Women series. So we at Lorna Jane just believe in inspiring and empowering women, and we decided to kick off 2017 because we felt like it was a perfect time to really bring inspiring women into our store to share their stories and to share that with the world. So thank you, Betsy and Bethany, for coming. And just quick introductions. So Betsy is the co-founder of Elian Balance, the largest dance company in LA, and she provides this really amazing, warm, welcoming community for all different abilities, dancers of different styles and different levels as well, to provide performance opportunities in the LA area. So thank you for being here. And Bethany is a dancer as well. So she founded Bethability, which is a series that's where she goes into elementary schools and she answers questions and really educates about how she can do anything that everybody else does. She just modifies it and does it differently. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely, thank you for having us.
So just to kick this off, can you guys talk a little bit about how you've partnered together? I know you've choreographed together and performed, but we'd just love to hear about your partnership.
Where do I begin? I actually was a little bit of, to answer your question, I really wanted to find a non-competitive dance company for adults. Yeah. I started this as a high school student. Actually, I started this with a ballet mistress named Zena who had an outreach program for people with disabilities, kids actually, and then from there I went on to work with a little girl in a dance studio where I went into schools and open question answer to kids who may wonder what it was like to live with a special need. Mm-hmm. And I danced and then that's kind of where Bethability started. So it went from Zena, the ballet mistress, to then a studio, and then I wanted a non-competitive environment and found Elian Bound, and it is amazing. And I love it, and I'm so happy that I found it, and I'm going to be in the 10th year anniversary this show, and I'm so proud, and I just love it. So I've met Dana, and I've met Betsy, and so many others that I just love, and it's just, I can't even put it into words how much I love this company. And when I'm not doing this company, I'm going into schools and dancing with an able-bodied partner, and then open question answer to kids who may wonder what it's like to live with a special need. And it's great for the kids, and they have all these great questions, and they raise they have questions like, how much did your wheelchair cost, and how do you get into bed, and how do you brush your teeth in the morning, and how do you go to school like us kids, and how do you do this, and how do you do that? And it's just so wonderful, and it makes me want to do it more and more as I see the smiles on these kids' faces. It's just great, and it's so important to do this for this population who may wonder what it's like to live with a special need. So it's great.
That's so amazing that you provide such an open forum for kids to ask whatever questions they have, right? And they're so innocent and out there, and I love that energy. What inspired you to start that? What made you have that idea?
I think being now an adult with a special need, but being a kid with a different way of moving. My cerebral palsy affects my legs and a little bit of sensory issues. Which means that it doesn't allow me to. So let me go back. My CP doesn't allow me to get up and walk around the room, but it also affects a little bit of sound issue. So bubble gum snapping, balloons popping, things like that of that nature. But all the while I can handle, loud music and clapping and tap dancing, and I love all that. But so that's how my CP affects me, whereas someone else might have it a different way, where maybe it doesn't affect their ears, but it might affect their balance even more in a certain way, or it might affect their speech, or it might affect their eyesight, or it might affect, how in different ways.
Yeah.
So, it really is subjective to the person.
That's amazing.
So
yeah,
I think
thank you for sharing.
to answer your question about how I started it,
Yeah.
I really wanted to break out. I wanted to just sort of, how do I explain? I don't know. I wanted to have a platform for, when I don't know.
I think you've told me that, people might be a little hesitant they might see someone in a wheelchair and have those questions but not feel comfortable approaching the person to ask them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think, it's a lot of these kids are feeling like, can I really approach her? Can I really be friends with someone sitting down? Is that something, can I have a friend named Susie in a wheelchair, or who has a cane, or anything, I think if you're not walking, and I think people have these preconceived ideas of what they think it should, in order to be friends with someone, they have to be walking, they have to be talking, they have to be a certain way, which really, when I'm going to these schools, I make a big point of saying, if you don't go out there and introduce yourself, you may miss a great friend. So I think it's really important to look beyond the limitation, look beyond the what if, look beyond the wheelchair, the cane, the walker, maybe someone looks a little unusual. Go over there, go up to that person, whoever it might be, and make friends with that person, because you might make a friend for life. And that's what I try to teach or show the kids is, you may make your best friend. You may just not know it. You have to be open, and that's what I'm trying to, through dance, trying to show them. And I think that's also why I wanted dance, is because kids don't want to just sit and listen to you talk. I think they want to see something, and I think it's exciting for them to see some beautiful movement, and then they get to answer anything they want. And and I think it's important for them to then think, oh, wow, I can be friends with that person, or I can be friends with that adult, or that kid, or whoever has a difference.
Yeah, I love that. And, one of the things that I think is so special about the two of you is that you have created this openness, right? So, Betsy with Elian Bound as well. Can you share, what inspired you to start Elian Bound, and, where it started and where it is today?
Yeah, sure. So I was part of my college dance company, which was called IC Unbound, and I was a dancer and a choreographer, and on the executive board. And once I graduated from college and I moved out here, I was looking for more opportunities to dance and perform. And in Los Angeles especially, it's all very industry, meaning a lot of the dancers out here are want to be professional dancers, and they're all auditioning for music videos, but there wasn't at that point an outlet for people like me who had day jobs outside of dance but just kind of wanted to perform for fun in their free time. So I kind of saw that was something that was missing, and I said, this is what I want to do. It doesn't exist yet, so I'm going to do it myself. So I rounded up a bunch of dancer friends, and it was just supposed to be one show at first, but it went really well, and everyone had fun, and everyone was like, when are we doing the next one? So now we do 2 shows a year.
Yeah, that's amazing, and it's grown. I mean, it's massive now. How many dancers are in the company?
Yeah, in any given show, we usually have between like 80 and 100 to 120 dancers. Yeah, it's a lot of dancers. Yeah,
here's Betsy wrangling all of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of emails.
Yes.
Yeah,
but that's amazing, because I think that what you guys share is this open platform and a welcoming environment for people to share their experiences, regardless of ability or level or ethnicity or anything that makes people different, right? And so I think that's really inspiring.
Thank you.
Let's see. Bethany, when did you know that you wanted to be a dancer? You talked a little bit about dancing when you were a kid, but
I started horseback riding when I was 6 years old for balance, because when CP is a lot of balance really. So some people can walk perfectly fine, like you won't even know that they have any kind of disability at all. It could be as small as like a cleft palate, right, or as big as someone who can't even walk and talk and do it, can't even do anything like that. Thankfully mine's very mild, so mine affects me in the ways that I just said. Sound, little bit of sound in certain ways, and my legs. Everything else, perfect. So when I started doing this, I first started horseback riding. Then I thought, well, this is fun, but actually, now I really want to learn. My family went up to Big Bear, and I said, Dad, I want to learn to ski. So I actually skied on Black Diamond Mountain.
Oh wow! Of course you did.
So it's all been sport. It's all been fun. And then from there, I wanted to learn to ice skate. So then I had been following skating and wanted to learn to skate, and I first skated on my walker, and then I changed to my wheelchair, and I was lucky enough to skate for Scott Hamilton in 2015, which was a wonderful delight. I just loved it. It was fabulous. Then went from there to then thought, I really want to really focus on dancing. Dancing really enables me to be even freer. Just it's not as cold. It's really
always a plus.
It's warm. It's performing.
Yes.
I just love it. So it just gave me a lot more freedom. In a lot more other ways too. So but I did a lot of different things. I've done choir. I've danced up at the Boys and Girls Club. So it's been really nice. I love dancing, incredible. So thank you,
And you just talked about, it seems like nothing stops you, which I love. And I know that, sometimes I'm laying in bed in the morning and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get up, or, I can't, or I'm too sore, or I'm tired, or this or that. What helps you to overcome that kind of internal voice that's like, well, I can't, or it's too hard, or those kinds of things?
Well, I have fantastic parents who help me through that moment, because we all have it. And we all have, even if we're the most, positive person in the world, we all have those moments of, I can't do that. And there's times when I get frustrated and go, why can't I pick that thing up off the floor? Why am I having a day of just, I can't do this? And we all have that moment, and then you have to just think, okay, this too shall pass, and my parents helped me through those moments of frustration, and then I realized how grateful I really am to have what I have, and I'm very, very blessed.
That's amazing.
So with the community of dancers, and having this community of dancers teaming up with Elian Balance has made me the happiest I've ever been.
Aww.
I'm so happy.
They're pretty great.
And then doing that and doing the schools, so it gives me twice the opportunity to perform and really get out there. So it's really cool.
And you guys choreographed together. Tell me about your piece.
So when we first started working together, we were choreographing a duet.
Yes.
for Bethany to perform. So most of her school performances involve her performing a duet with one partner and then doing the Q&A. So we started working together, and then there were 2 other dancers from my company who also wanted to be involved. So the 4 of us choreographed a duet together, and then when it was time for the next company show, we decided we've been working together this whole time. We have this choreography. Let's turn it from a duet into a quartet. So that was actually pretty easy to take the choreography that we've been working on and make it into a dance for 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
And now it works both ways. So we can do it. We can perform it as a duet. We can perform it with 4 people. So.
Yeah, and you talk about your feelings of that feeling of frustration, and I've been wanting to find a company like Elian Balance forever, and when I first met Betsy, everyone was on the floor, and I remember thinking my heart is beating so fast. My dreams are riding on this one moment. I want a dancer to perform with me. And, and at first, when all the dancers said I have full-time jobs, I went, oh. I'm thinking, oh no. So I remember going back into the car and I was disappointed, but I thought, no, until I get a no from Betsy that I can't do this, I'm going back to that studio. And I'm going to find a dancer to help me, to not just help me, but to perform with.
Yeah.
And I went back, and I did it again. And Betsy then was on the floor, and she said, you can perform with Elian Balance anytime you want. I looked at her, I went, what? Really?
Yeah.
Without even auditioning? I mean, I was like, wow. I'm even amazed, like, I don't think you'd ever seen me dance before.
No, that our company is about including everyone. I mean, our dancers, are all experience levels, all styles, and we're not about picking the best dancers. We're about taking the dancers that want to be part of it and finding a place for them. So it's about including everybody.
Wait, what about
audition
auditioning?
dance?
You have to audition, don't
Right.
you?
Yes, but our audition process is more just seeing the way everyone dances, and then just figuring out which dances will be the best fit for them. And then for you, we decided we were just going to create a totally new dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was really heartening to see that there was finally this company of people who, I could finally make, friends who were, in my field of dance, who were, as I said, not just little kids, but, around my age, and I was really, really happy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Are you guys able to show a little bit of what you do?
Yeah.
I'm not dressed to do any real dancing, but Bethany likes to do a little bit of a demonstration.
So for me, if a plie would be
Show plie.
So
a plie for a ballet dancer is when you bend your knees like this.
and this would be mine.
Right.
It's the same type of thing where you're bending from the torso, just as if you're bending from the knees. So it's that breath. And it's that same idea, or a releve would be here, and that's a spring onto your toes. So it's the same type of thing, and so it's different, but it's similar to as if someone were to be standing.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And I love the mindset of just taking it and making it your own, because we all have different levels of abilities and different needs and different bodies and all of those kinds of things. And I love how you inspire people to take something and transition it to something that works.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tell me, what inspires you? I'll ask you first. I'll ask each of you. What inspires you, Bethany?
What inspires me?
In life, in dancing, and anything.
Kindness. I think when I see that the world is good, and or I see that the kids are, as I said, kids are anxious to answer questions and raise their hand. Oh, how do you do this? And how do you do that? And how do you do this? That propels me forward because I see there's a need for that. I see there's a need for understanding. That's why I created Methodability, because it's a platform, as Betsy said, to educate and really be intimate with those kids and to really take away that fear. What does it mean to be differently able?
Yeah.
So I think when I see that I really made a difference is what inspires me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
And Betsy, what inspires you?
Well, Bethany inspires me, obviously. I mean, how can you meet her and not be inspired? She's the most positive person I think I've ever met.
And you inspire me too.
So true. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I don't know.
Is there something maybe your parents have shared with you?
I don't think I waited around long enough to ask for advice. I'm always just off doing my own thing, and then sometimes in hindsight I say maybe I should have asked someone if this was a good idea, but I'm more of a just have an idea and go for it kind of a person. I think that's why Bethany and I get along so well, is that we're doers.
Yeah, you guys are just like achieving.
Yeah, we just kind of do everything.
And I don't think Betsy knows this, but Betsy is definitely, she said that I inspire her, and she inspires me, and she's my dance mentor as well as she's my dance director. I really look up to her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
How do you celebrate your accomplishments?
Maybe after something really cool, maybe a really delicious Starbucks.
I like it. I like that. Let's see, Betsy, what's been your biggest challenge to get to where you are today?
With Elian Bound, it's I think it's scheduling. I think it's just trying to wrangle people and just get them to commit time to things. Everyone's so busy in this city especially, and then all of our dancers pretty much have daytime jobs outside of Unbound, and just getting someone to give their time to you is always a challenge, and getting everyone to have the same time free to rehearse and to get everybody in the same place at the same time. For me too, like going off of what we were just talking about, trying to do everything. You can't be everywhere at once, and prioritizing and organizing so that you can do as much as possible and still have time for your resting and Starbucks.
Bethany, what do you believe?
In gratitude.
That's amazing.
Thankfulness, gratitude.
Yeah.
Living your best life.
Yeah.
Not letting things bring you down.
Yeah.
If you're grateful, then you're gonna go far in life.
Yeah.
And if you can look beyond those barriers too. Not to let things stop you. That's the main thing, is not to let things stop you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I would call dance studios and I would tell them that I'm a wheelchair dancer, and they go, "How do you do that? Huh? How do you're in a wheelchair and you dance? How do you, you just, typical studios would at times say, when I make cold phone calls, and they'd go, "I'm sorry, we don't have people like that in our studio." Or, very rarely.
Yeah.
But, sometimes I would get, "Oh, we don't do that here."
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what?
You're like, you could.
Yeah. Or if I try to explain.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That's what
you haven't met me.
You don't yet.
So it's gratitude. It's not letting things bother you.
Yeah.
We all have that moment, when we're frustrated or mad or or darn.
Yeah.
We can get over that feeling and just go up and just strive to do the best we can.
Yeah.
We'll go far in life.
Yeah. What keeps you motivated? You talk about, like overcoming adversity and people saying no. Like what keeps you motivated toward your goal of dancing, of calling that next studio?
I think when I see the feedback, like I see that there's a real need.
Yeah.
And then I see that the schools need this.
Yeah.
And they want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to do it more.
Yeah. So, for our last little bit, we're just going to finish the sentence. So, Betsy, women are
amazing, inspiring, capable.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so topical with, I'm going to the Women's March on Saturday, and so that's been on my mind a lot. I'm trying to decide what kind of sign to make, and there's so many options, but yeah,
totally.
I've been really inspired just reading a lot of the articles and stories online about the organizers of the march and just women leaders in general. So women are everything.
Yeah, such an incredible time for women right now.
Yeah.
And to support each other. Which is amazing.
Absolutely.
Bethany?
Yes.
I have
a great life.
Oh.
I have a great life with people that, people like Betsy and my parents and the people I've met during Elian Balance.
Make us cry.
I know.
I just am so happy. I'm so happy. It's to most people, this company, a lot of these dancers will come from work and they, okay, that's fine, but from, and it means a lot to them too. I know it does, but to me, it means even not more, but I mean, this is so meaningful for me, especially because I don't drive. I could drive, but I don't really want to drive in LA.
Yeah.
So,
I don't blame you there.
Yeah.
So, to have this community of people that I can relate to, and I feel safe and happy, and I feel comfortable, and I don't have to wear earplugs because I don't have to be afraid of any kind of noises or, I'm just in general. I just feel safe and happy here. And, doing this with Elian, with Betsy, and then doing the schools, and my life is happy. So I have a great life.
That's incredible.
To answer your question.
Betsy, I will create.
Will create anything if you don't stop me. And I will create hopefully more opportunities for more dancers is kind of the goal.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
you're already doing such a great job. Life is
fabulous.
She is the most positive person I've ever met.
I'm telling you, it's true.
I love it. Betsy, I wish.
I wish that everything we're talking about here today can help and inspire other people.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I second that.
You guys are both doing such a great job with that in your lives anyway. Last one, Bethany, I am grateful. I am thankful. I am blessed. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are both so inspiring. And I really appreciate you sharing your stories and everything that you've done with Bethability and Elian Bound, and really creating these safe spaces that are welcoming and breaking down barriers and encouraging people to just spread that positivity. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.